And welcome to the show. Tonight, an innocent family terrorised in a bungled police raid, still waiting for an apology.
What effect did that have on your youngest?
She was absolutely petrified to the point of actually wetting herself.
But first, just imagine while you're sitting there watching me on the telly right now, there's a bang on the door and about a dozen coppers suddenly burst in with a search warrant and begin turning your house upside down. Well, that's what happened in Sydney, where 4 children and their mum were terrorised in a bungled raid. And as David Richardson reports, the family didn't even get an apology.
I feel absolutely disgusted. They just made everything filthy. It's dirt.
I mean, I understand the police have got a job to do, and I understand it's a difficult job, but I also understand that when you walk into a place, the way they walked into this place and seen what was happening, 10 minutes they should have been out of there with apologies.
Tony and Michelle Skeppers trusted the police once, but not anymore after they were the victims of a bungled raid.
I'm just totally outraged. When I saw the look in my family's eyes, when I walked in the door, I was just infuriated.
It was 6:10 on Tuesday night. Michelle was home with her 4 kids, while her husband Tony, a refrigerator mechanic, was at work. Then police moved in.
He had a search warrant to search the premises for a computer.
A stolen computer?
Stolen computer.
What followed was a nightmare ordeal that has left the Skeppers family's rented home in a mess, their children terrified.
This is the master bedroom, or what's left of it, after being ransacked and searched.
What did they do?
As you can see, there's emptied suitcases and plastic bags. They've pulled back all the covering of the bed, and I don't know why. There's not much you can hide under there.
You're going to hide a computer in there, eh?
Yeah.
So they searched all your shoes?
Shoes, handbags, makeup bags, my lingerie drawers.
Police were searching for an Ocean brand computer and stolen computer equipment and software, a brand not even sold in this country. But they ransacked the house, police officers going through half a dozen rooms at once.
And what are you thinking during all of this?
I was absolutely panicking. There was 3 officers with me, and there was 2 outside with my children. They were sitting on the lounge and not told to move.
The Skeppers' children were having dinner when the police burst in.
I saw these coppers pointing in the door, and they just told us to sit down, so I did.
What did they do to your room?
Well, they ransacked and just threw anything out of the way just to see if we had any computer gear or computers hidden in our rooms.
The police never said to you, this is what we're doing, could you please just sit here?
They just said there was
No,
a
they
warrant.
said shut up and sit down.
Pull.
Michelle was not even allowed to call her husband to tell him their home was being searched.
They even went through Easter eggs.
Ridiculous.
And then I started getting very upset. I actually started crying. And one of the officers turned around and said to me, "Are you upset because you want to make an admission of any sort?" I said, "I don't know what you're talking about, and I'm not making any admissions because there's nothing to admit, because I haven't done anything. I don't know anything about the computer or anything that you need to know about."
There's one woman standing there.
When Tony arrived, he found total disarray.
She identified herself as a police, put her hand on my chest and told me to stop. I wasn't to proceed.
What did you say to her?
I quickly told her to get out of my way, and I walked upstairs to see my family terrorised. They were terrified.
You could be forgiven for thinking the New South Wales Police Service has gone too far this time. The Skeppers family believes there were 12 to 18 police on this property. Police have confirmed there were 9. But regardless of the number, remember what police were looking for. As this official search warrant points out, police were empowered to search for 1 Ocean brand computer and some other computer equipment. Have you ever been in trouble with the law?
No.
Have you ever received or been involved with stolen computers?
Never.
Do you have a criminal record?
No, in actual fact, I'm a justice of the peace myself.
For almost 3.5 hours, police turned the Skeppers' home upside down. They never found stolen computers, nor any stolen software. But they did do some very strange things.
Or trying on our jewellery and saying it looks good.
Is that what they did?
Yeah. Where wore my... How much did that cost? What did that cost you? How come you've got so many stereos? Why have you got that? Then I had a friend of mine here and they went to him and asked him why I have so many things.
And when it was over, the officer in charge had no excuses.
Where he said, well, this has been a major f***up. And he said, but unfortunately, we've got to follow every lead.
Did the police say they were sorry?
They in a roundabout way, apologised, yeah. But...
Sorry for the inconvenience, but
it had to be done.
Cleaning.
Yeah, it had to be done.
No, they didn't apologise to the children.
Take a seat.
Thank you.
Opposition Police Minister Andrew Tink can't believe this has happened.
Well, I think we need to have an inquiry to look at why that number of police were involved, what were they looking for, why was the place left in this condition.
Jeez.
Tony has been renting this house at OATLEY until the family moves into a bigger house.
Beautiful.
So a lot of his belongings have remained in boxes stored under the house.
Oh my goodness, look at the mess. Look what they've done. What a nightmare.
What concerns Michelle most is the effect of the Bungled police raid on her kids.
What effect did that have on your youngest?
She was absolutely petrified to the point of actually wetting herself. They walk in, they raid the house, disrupt everyone, have children frightened, and they walk out and say sorry, but they don't think of what's going to happen to the kids tomorrow, next week, whenever. They don't have any conscience at all.
I want to get an explanation. I want a face-to-face confrontation with somebody who's going to tell me how this happened, why this happened, and what they're going to do about it. Because this is just absolute garbage.
Well, it could happen. Police Commissioner Peter Ryan has been informed, and it's now likely the matter will be investigated by the area commander.